everyone and welcome back to my channel. So basically today I thought that I'd do a bit of a relaxed talk about finishing university, well, being close to finishing university and what I'm doing next. So yeah, this is kind of gonna be, as I said, a relaxed talk. So I just wanted to talk through some feelings and basically how everything's going in terms of my life, if you're interested, and just finishing university, because it's quite a sentimental time, and I also just want to have this time to be able to actually just reflect on past few years and how it's been generally for me, and also to think about going forward and what life could possibly look like. I don't know too much. I know a few things, within the next year about possibilities, well, things that are solidified and then other possibilities, but other than that it feels quite unknown, and that's scary because I, like many other people, have been in some traditional form of education since the age of about 4 or 5, and to not have this structure anymore, to kind of just be thrown into the big wide world is pretty scary. And if you haven't got a super structured plan of what exactly you're going to do, then yeah, it's even more scary. And I do feel very grateful and privileged in the fact that I'm going to be about 90% thrown into the world, because I am privileged in that I'm going to go back home. So I have the ability to go back home and to stay with my parents until whatever happens. So yeah, I think that's quite a scary thing, in that you've had so much structure in your life, at times where you probably didn't want to, but it has been there, and it's been kind of this mandatory thing. Okay, you have to go into education, you have to learn, and you've had that since the age of 4 or 5. And even though university technically was a choice, it kind of felt, for me personally, I think for a lot of people, it kind of feels like, if not university, then what else? And I talked about that in one of my videos on my time in university, about kind of feeling like, okay, I don't really know what else I'd be doing, and the fact that schools and sixth form colleges often feel like they push you into that direction, because it's beneficial for them. I think they gain some money or something like that. They gain something from how many people basically go to university, apparently. So the options and the availability given to you by these schools and colleges of other options like apprenticeships or traineeships or jobs generally, it's not as much as university, so it feels like it's your only option, and it's a big option. It's a lot of money, obviously. Well, I know in some places in Europe, for example, university is free, but in the UK it's very much not, and it's even more very much not if you're an international student. But anyway, so yeah, I've been feeling kind of just sentimental and kind of, I don't know, emotional. I haven't been like upset anything about like leaving university, but kind of sad sometimes about what could have been, like I've talked about before, in terms of support, in terms of how I thought university could have been, what I kind of expected from it wasn't exactly the reality, and I didn't really feel like I was expecting, this crazy time at university, but just some things that I maybe took for granted when I was in college, for example, or just normal school, wasn't here. And yeah, for example, I've had a difficult time in terms of independence, and I characterise myself as a pretty independent person, but the way in which UK universities are set up is that often it can be quite isolating, and I've definitely felt that at times. But I feel like these last few weeks have actually been really enjoyable because I've been really busy with doing work. I've had, like you've seen, a number of essays that I've had to complete, and I'm currently a quarter of the way into writing my very last essay, which is going to be quite crazy when I actually submit that. And then I've got all the great things after that I will be doing. But it is a very scary thought to not know what comes afterwards, and that's the daunting aspect of it for me. It's sadness that I'm no longer gonna have this identity of being a student. I'm kind of sad because I'm not gonna have this automatic structure and kind of this mandatory nature of, I guess, having to be somewhere. You have to go to education, you have to go to these classes, you have to go to school, or learn, you have to do these things, and I'm no longer gonna have that. It's gonna be, even though I'm gonna be around my family, my friend, my boyfriend, and people like that who are gonna give me so much support, and likewise I will for them and everything like that, it feels scary. It feels really scary. The identity of being a student feels quite safe sometimes. You're a student, which often but not always means that you're young, and you're kind of, sometimes things are taken more lightly on you. I don't know, in terms of just knowing things about the world, or I don't know. It feels like I'm really going straight into the adult world without feeling ready. For example, I still don't feel like I'm good at cooking. For some reason, that's been a really big thing. I've been like, okay, I've been to university, I should really know how to cook now, but I still don't know. And that's okay, that's all right. If you've gone to university and you've expected to make all these friends, to go to all these societies, to learn all these crazy things, to do so well in your essays, get firsts every single time, and to gain all these new skills, and then you find out that, okay, maybe you haven't completed all these things, it's okay. If you have been able to get through 3 years of university, or even 4 years, that is so commendable, because it is tough sometimes, if not in the work-related way of it being tough, but in the way of it being socially tough sometimes. It can be really difficult to meet people in university. It's not like school, it's not like college. It's not like, when you grow up in your own kind of small neighbourhood environment, and there's people who and it's just not like that. For me personally, I decided to go to Bristol, even though I'm actually from the north of England, so getting to Bristol was about 3.5 hours, and at the time I thought, okay, this is going to be alright, but realistically, in retrospect, it's not. It wasn't a good decision to do that. There are many aspects of Bristol that I love. I really do admire Bristol as a city. I think it's really, I guess, progressive in some aspects, environmentally and socially, but I also feel that for me personally, because I live so far away, I've found it difficult to actually immerse myself, and when things have gotten a bit tough, I've ended up kind of going home, because it's tough being at university and not really knowing people. And also, the difficulty with first year and second year, as I talked about that, and some of the people that I met, and the difficulties that I had there, and along with COVID. So I feel like I am feeling quite emotional, because I am mourning the identity of student, or I'm beginning to. I'm kind of realizing this process of like, okay, I'm no longer that person. So then it kind of feels like, so what am I then? It's like, okay, I don't have this thing of people saying, oh, what do you do, or what are you doing? And you're just like, student, I'm a student, I go to university. And it's like a given, you're just like, I'm a student, that feels like a big part of who you are until suddenly it's not, and then it's okay, well, who am I? It's like, I don't know yet. And yeah, it's a difficult thing. So I'm kind of feeling a bit of anxiety surrounding that, and what am I gonna do, you know, if these things that I want to do don't pan out, you know. But I do have confidence in myself. I do have confidence that I am going to do what I want to do in life, and I'm not going to let anything stop me. And I might not have something completely aligned out right now, but sometimes that's the best way. Even if you align things out in your life, even if you plan things to the absolute detail, that doesn't mean that that's a life that's meant for you. So only after living that life and experiencing things and, you know, taking some time with that, are you actually going to realise whether that's a life for you. So I kind of feel like whatever's meant to happen is going to happen. I'm going to pursue my passions. I'm going to carry on with what I love, what I like. I'm going to find out more about myself, and I do have confidence in myself that I'm going to be who I'm meant to be, and I'm going to do what I want to do. And it's sad because I am closing this chapter of university and of myself, and it really does feel like a real closing of a chapter, and it's like, what's on the next one? Who knows? It's kind of exciting in that way, but again, it's scary because, you know, as humans we are often scared of the unknown. But I do have a safety net of people and support, and in that way I'm incredibly lucky. So yeah, it's sad because of what could have been. It's scary because of the end of a chapter and the beginning of a new one, which is unknown, and also, you know, the end of that student identity and that kind of having to search for a new identity, or kind of doing deep work into yourself of, yeah, you had the identity of student, but who actually are you, you know? So yeah, that's probably just a little bit of a rambly few thoughts there, but yeah, please let me know how you're feeling in terms of finishing university. You know, if you're finishing and you know what you're doing, or if you're finishing and you don't know what you're doing, or if you're beginning university and you feel a bit unsure, just reach out in the comments. I'd love to have a discussion with you guys about all that type of stuff. Anyway, here is some good news, some exciting news. So I am going to be going to America for 3 months, starting around the 15th of June to, I think, the 17th or 18th of August. And then I'm going to spend an extra month, around a month, yeah, in America to just see America and to travel around. And yeah, I've kind of alluded to this before, but I am going to be going to America with Americamp. Here is them. And I'm so excited because I'm going to be partnering with them kind of in a way that I'm going to be able to show you guys so much content and so much of kind of working in a camp in America, and yeah, just life in America, some vlogs, some day-to-day things, and what I'm going to be packing, and yeah, just loads of fun stuff. So I'm so excited for that. I've talked so many times about how I love traveling, how I love exploring, and how I feel so, I guess, just like I'm living my life when I'm traveling and when I'm exploring a new place and I'm meeting new people and I'm learning about a new culture. And I know American culture is somewhat similar to English culture or the UK, but it's still very different. It is very different. So although I've been to America before, I'm really excited to go back. I'm going to New York, and I think it's around 20 minutes away on the train from New York City, which is going to be so exciting. By the way, if you can hear my chair squeaking, I'm sorry. What can you do? But yeah, that's that. but I'm so excited to go. It's going to be so fun. I'm going with my friend, and I'm going to see some of my family as well. I've got some family in America, and I cannot wait. I'm hoping to be able to get a code for you guys if you want to go to America yourselves with Americamp, and I think they are going to be closing their admissions, I guess, applications. They've already closed actually. It's the 2nd now. I was going to say it's on the 1st, but it's already closed for this year. But you can have this code, I think, perhaps for next year, but I will get back to you on that, and I'll probably tell you more about it in further videos about Americamp. But yeah, I am so excited. The camp looks amazing. It looks so great. In terms of support from the staff, both at Americamp and from the camp that I'm going to. I don't know if I'm going to say their name yet. I might wait a little bit. I might wait till I get there or something like that. But the support has been amazing. This seems like there's going to be so many international staff there as well, and honestly I am so excited to explore New York City, because the last time I went was when I was like 10 years old. So even then I remember thinking this is amazing, but I was so jet lagged that I was jet lagged for like the entire time. We were only there for like 4 days, and I just never got used to the time difference. So I was like really tired a lot of the time, and I was only 10, so you know. But I remember thinking it's so amazing, and since then I've always wanted to go back, and we're gonna go and travel California afterwards as well, and do a few things in the east side of America. And yeah, honestly I am so excited. I think having the fact that I'm going to America and I'm going to a camp has made it so much easier to be graduating and finishing university, because it's not like, you know, because how it would be is I would just be sitting in my room, press a button, submit my essay, done. That's it. Like, I'm literally, what day is it? It's Tuesday. I'm leaving on Friday. And that's it. And like, I'm not having any sort of celebration. It's really sad. I'm so happy that I have that, because it feels like it's a little bit of a celebration in and of itself, you know. I am finishing with university. It's been a tough time, but it's been a really great time a lot of the time, and I've really learned a lot of things by myself. I've challenged myself. I've became a completely different person, and in a good way. And I've met some really great people, and I've also met some people who perhaps aren't for me, and that's okay, because I've learned that people in this world aren't always going to be your friend. You know, they're not always going to like you, or they're not going to, you know, be tuned into you, or, you know, kind of vibe with you or whatever. So yeah, I've learned so much, and just the fact that I can say goodbye to this by going to America and have an amazing time and using that as my form of celebration is just going to be so great. So stay tuned, because there is going to be so much more content and so much more to do with America. So yeah, that's it really. This is quite a rambly video. I'm sorry. There was no planning of this video. It was just, I'm going to talk about me finishing university and how that feels. So I know a lot of people are going to be feeling similar. I know that a lot of people are going to be having these thoughts, these emotions, but make sure that you do something that celebrates what you've just done, because it's a big thing. So whether that is going to be, you know, partying, or if it's just going to be even just a small celebration with family and friends, or doing something for yourself that day, or for that next week, or that next month, just make sure that you show self-care to yourself for doing that amazing hard work. So after this long rambly video, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe. I am seeing some growth here, so in my subscriber numbers, but as I said, my content is going to be changing a little. I'm also going to be doing the kind of self-improvement videos that I love, but also I am going to be going to America for 3 months, so you're going to be seeing a lot of content with that. So if you want to see anything specific, then please let me know. But as I said, I will see you soon in the next video, and have a good day and week, and I will see you next week. Bye.